For my most favorite purchase of this trip is
In your seat pocket, you will find a safety briefing card that shows the bridge position and other important information on what you should do if the luggage ran off an emergency. Please take a moment to read it before we
So I'm just waiting for my grad food now. Didn't film much today, didn't go anywhere today because first there was the tremors from the earthquake in Myanmar. I tried to go to the train market, but I couldn't even get a grab. So I just decided that I was staying tonight and just order in a grab food. You know, just keep an eye on the situation in Bangkok right now. So yeah, we'll see how. Very nice. It's so good. The noodle very good. look for something to eat first, or maybe like a Thai iced tea or something. I'm not so sure. But it seems like a lot of the shops are still closed because I am a little bit early. So I'm just gonna walk around and see what I can eat. So now I'm speaking really softly because I don't want people to hear me, but today is the day I'm going to head to China World, where the textile basically it's like a building with lots of fabric stores. So I'm heading there now finally. And I've already done some damage even before entering China World because there was a fabric shop nearby. I'm back at my accoms and I'm packing. The current state of the room is in a mess, but it'll get better. So just let me show you what's happening over here. So I've got clothes that I need to wash, and then clothes that are already washed but I will need to iron when I get back. And then these are the fabrics that I bought. So all these are somehow going to fit into this. I do have a duffel bag though, so this is gonna be useful for packing. And yeah, I'm just gonna update when it's done.
just got back from Bangkok last night, and I'm gonna start off with the thrift and vintage finds first, and then we'll move on to the fabric haul. The first place I went to was Treasure Factory. I went to 2 different Treasure Factories, and honestly they had really good stuff and really good deals. For this trip, I really wanted to be very intentional about my purchases. I didn't want to buy something just because it was a good deal without knowing whether I would actually use the item or not. So I just kept asking myself, like, do I really need it? Will I wear it? I ended up only buying 2 things from Treasure Factory, which was these 2 earrings. They are from this Thai brand called Adornment Club. I actually had to research earlier to find out they're actually... Hi, baby! Hi, baby! You wanna go outside? Yeah! They are stainless steel with 18K gold plating. Honestly, I bought them because my earring that was sitting on my second ear hole fell out, and I just got the ear hole pierced last year. I couldn't risk not having any earrings in the second ear hole for like 6 days straight because I was worried that it will close. The first one is a really cute pair with cherries on it, and the thing is, the cherries are removable, so you can kind of like just remove the cherries and wear it as a hoop if you want to. So it's almost like a 2-in-1 kind of situation. So the second pair is still a hoop earring, but it's more of like a kind of like a tulip shape. So after Treasure Factory, I went to, what's that place? The train market. That market was huge, and they have like a very big vintage area at the back of the market. I saw quite a few nice pieces, but you know, like I said, be intentional. Will I wear it? No. The first thing that I got from the train market was this Looney Tunes shirt. It is so cute with Tweety Bird and Sylvester the cat on it. This is really special to me. I have a lot of fond memories, not just from watching the shows, but when I was 3, we had like a big extended family vacation to the Warner Brothers studios in Gold Coast. So my very first memories were actually formed at Warner Brothers Studios. So it really has a lot of fond memories, a lot of childhood memories for me. And this was about 390 baht. The next thing I got from another store was this denim overalls. It's a mini skirt, and I have been looking for denim overalls like these for a while. Also, I did just realize that this is actually Zara Kids. Size 11 to 12, 152 cm. So I'm actually a little bit under than that. And this was about 200 baht. Very affordable. The next thing that I got was this skirt. It's a nylon. It's very utility style. So it has like a little buckle detail in the front, but this buckle is fake. It does not do anything at all. So one thing I also realized about this skirt was that the front panel of the skirt, so this is the front panel, is actually longer than the back panel. And I mean, looking at the construction, I know that this is definitely intentional, but I am not a fan of that. I rather the back be longer than the front. But you know, what I think I would just do is just to kind of like hem it up so that it will be equal length. And I just found out that there are holes in it. I hope it's not from my cat. Okay, but that's fine. I can just patch it up. It's not a big deal. This was 150 baht. That were the only things that I actually bought from the train market. So I was really only interested in the vintage area. The middle section of the market where there are like rows and rows and rows of booths didn't really entice me. I did walk through all of them, but yeah, nothing special. And the next day I actually went to Chatuchak market. Towards the back of Chatuchak, nearer the park area, is where most of the used clothing recycle shops are at. I think it is section 9 if I'm not wrong. A lot of the stores there sell mainly American vintage. So there were like Levi's, Carhartt, and weirdly US military things like the satchel. But I don't know if they're real, so anyway, shops that were selling denim, and I really wanted to find a pair of black denim shorts, and I found this pair. It's actually from Levi's. It is very worn in. The denim is very, very soft, and it fits slightly big on me, but that's okay. It just leaves space for like food baby. But I'm quite happy with these shorts because they're really comfortable, and I desperately need to wash this because I wore this around in Bangkok because I ran out of bottoms to wear. And they were about, I cannot remember the price, but I think they were about 150 baht, if I remember. Around section 4 of Chatuchak, there was a shop that had like a stack of denim vest and denim jacket that was just outside of the shop. So the first thing that caught my eye was this denim vest. I don't know if I mentioned in a previous video, but I wanted a vest with embroidery on it. So I was actually planning to learn to embroider and make my own denim vest, but then I saw this and I knew I had to have it. It is so beautiful, the embroidery. I just couldn't pass it up. And this is the back with little Sophie hats. I call them Sophie hats because they look like the hat that Sophie wore in House Moving Castle. Yeah, and this was about, I think, 200 baht. And the last bonus thing, which is not a thrifted item, it's actually new, but I really needed to share this item with you because I did not expect that there will be a Nico End store in Bangkok. So when I saw it, I knew I had to check out the store, and I bought this shirt, which is a mesh shirt with like gathered sleeves and little drawstring details at the front. And this was actually on clearance, so I bought it for 490 baht. The original price was 1,290 baht. So that is really expensive. That's all for the clothes that I bought. So on to the fabric haul. I'm gonna start with the very first shop that I spent my money at, which was not at China World. It was a fabric shop just kind of like the corner before China World. I bought this really beautiful ivory cotton fabric for 50 baht a meter. It's a bit confusing because some shops actually use meter, some shops use yard. So it really depends on which shop you're buying from. I initially wanted 3 meters, but I think because it was the end of the bolt, so they didn't have 3 meters, so they gave me 2.5 meters or whatever that was left, and I paid for 2 meters. So this was 100 baht. The next fabric that I got from the same rack was actually this beautiful green. Oh wow, this green makes me look good. Wow, actually I look good in green. This green fabric, I think this is actually the same kind of cotton as the previous one. They are all actually very weighty. This was also the same price. I got 2 meters of this. So 50 baht a meter, so 2 meters would be 100 baht. The last thing I got from the same shop was this beautiful linen cotton. This was very affordable. I think she charged me, originally I think it was supposed to be 150 baht a meter, but she gave me a discount for 120 baht a meter, so I ended up getting 2 meters of this. I'm not so sure what I'm gonna use this for, but it is a very basic fabric that I think it can be used for like almost anything. And then when I went into China World, I decided to kind of like look around all 4 levels first before I make a decision to what I want to buy. A lot of the shops look exactly the same, so just be aware that you might get lost. So the first thing that I picked up was actually this white cotton I think I cannot remember. She told me it's not a Lacoste cotton. I think it's an Oxford cotton. I think so. I could be wrong. So anyway, I got this plain white one for a very specific reason, which is actually to make an apron for my boyfriend. He's a pizza YOLO and he wanted a bistro apron that he can use. So he asked me to make one for him, and this was the fabric I picked up. So I already made a prototype that he's currently using, so I will make another one for him. And then the next fabric that I bought was, wow, this fabric is very noisy. Is this black nylon. So it's the same fabric as the black skirt that I thrifted. It is both nylon fabric, and I have very specific idea of what I want to make out of this because I really like this skirt from Beyond the Vines. First of all, it's really expensive. Secondly, they don't produce it anymore. So I was thinking maybe I could make one myself. And for my most favorite purchase of this trip is this very beautiful chocolate brown satin. It is very weighty. I don't know if you can see. I wish you can feel how heavy this is, but this is heavy. I got 3 meters of this, and I bought this because I already know what I'm gonna make out of this, and it's going to be a wedding guest dress for a wedding that I'm going to be attending in October. I just love this so much. Look at the drape, look at the sheen, look at the sheen. Oh my god, can't get better than this. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this was 120 baht a meter. I think this was 120. Yeah, I think this was 120 baht a meter. Very affordable, very beautiful. So that's all I got from China World, and I honestly wished that I had more time because I only maybe had like 2 meters, 2 hours to shop, and I was kind of like rushing for my nail appointment. One of the things that I really wanted to get was actually a Thai jacquard, but I didn't have time to kind of like look around and just take my time to make considerations on the things that I was purchasing. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit different from what I usually do. I have never taken vlogs before. I don't know how to take vlogs. I don't know how people take vlogs. It's so unnatural for me to whip out my camera to film everything that's going on around me. So I do want to get better at vlogging, but honestly, it is hard. Vlogging is pretty hard. And I also feel so self-conscious to be like filming everything with people around me. And yeah, anyway, I'm rambling. I hope you enjoyed today's video and the haul. And thanks for watching and thanks for sticking around. And I will see you in the next video.